go live. Good morning. Hello, I'm Chloe. Hi from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. To all of those watching live, and also those that are watching the replay, come along live sometime, 7 a.m. Bangkok time. Hey Timothy, hey Leanne, and Charlotte. For some reason I can't scroll the comments, so I can see, I think there's been a donation at the top and I can't see whose it is because I can't scroll it. It's just out of sight. I can see the bottom of it. I think it's Charlotte's though, because you've asked a question. Just confirm that with me, would you, Charlotte? Because I can't see it. I don't know why it won't scroll. That's weird. Hi Jen. Hi Sharon. Hey Nina. How's everyone today? You're good? I'm good. I'm good today. Hi Maria. Congratulations, Maria. Your business. That's awesome. Moving forward. Lots of things moving forward at the moment. Get some cards out for everybody. So as usual, I'm going to get some cards out for the collective, channel messages for us all. And if you do want a mini read from your higher self, if you want questions answering from your higher self, or if you just want general guidance from your higher self, check out that pinned comment up there. So it's by Super Chat, Super Sticker, or PayPal. There's a PayPal link in that pinned comment. Just donate anything for it. And if you've got a question for it, please put a Q in your at the start of your comment so I can find the comment easily. Thank you. It is Charlotte. Oh, thanks, Jen. Yes. Okay, let's get one of these cards out first and then we'll do Charlotte. Did you all watch the pick a card read that I put up yesterday? When I recorded yesterday for singles. I thought I'd do it differently because, you know, I haven't, in the other pick a card reads, I haven't had a direction with them kind of thing. It's just whatever's come through, but there's obviously a lot of people waiting on people, right? Still connected to people, and so that's what keeps on coming through. And so I thought I'd do one that was just for singles. Immortality, number 22. This one's for everybody. I'm still yet to think of something to do for my Instagram now. So I've not put anything on Instagram. Hey April. Hi Jennifer. Hi Christine. I think videos, but I forgot to do one yesterday. Immortality. Interesting. She's tiny. She's on a branch with a bird. Your lifetime's long, seeker. And your soul has journeyed and travelled through skins and forms and elements. Meat suits, right? Time and time again. In this lifetime, you've been offered the wisdom of all that's gone before in order to continue the healing journey of your own soul. You're surrounded by the energy of the peach blossom tree, a great old tree that grows deep within the Kitsune realms, and those who reach it are small compared to its mighty branches. You're now climbing the tree of immortality, and as you climb, your soul is refining itself, becoming more pure and more wise, shedding all that once held you back. The tree of the immortal whispers to you that you're one of its children, that you're immortal, and you will return to its branches again and again in the lifetimes to come. So, this is telling me that to see it, just see yourself from a more spiritual perspective and detach from the muggle perspective. You know, I think sometimes the law of attraction keeps us in the muggle perspective a little bit too much for what's going on in our lives instead of seeing that big picture. So yeah, let's see ourselves from that spiritual perspective. Hang on, I've got like emails coming in. Dear. Oh, what's going on here? Somebody's saying video, they want the deeper dive for video number 11. Video number 11? I have no idea. Hey, Linda. Okay, I'm getting distracted. Let's find Charlotte's. I'm emotionally and visually drained. Could you see what, who, when is next? What's next for Charlotte? See? A tuning into success, Charlotte. Yeah, your comment, your question doesn't seem very success-minded or aligned with success. And so what's next for you is to get yourself aligned with that. One way of doing it is to start giving yourself small goals. Sometimes people give themselves huge goals, like I want to sort my life out. I want to make $1 million when I've got nothing. You know, just huge goals are always going to make you feel crap because you're not going to meet them. We always, you know how I was saying the other day about I need to turn notifications off because it's so distracting. My stuff is just constantly going off. Well, I can't turn the email notifications off for this show because I need to see when those donations come in. And it's going off. Okay. Charlotte, small goals make you feel good about yourself. Big goals don't. To feel like a winner and to get aligned with success, you need to be where you are right now. Not with a pessimistic point of view, but I'm going to do something for myself now. And even if it's like, that's why exercise is so good. Even if it's like, I'm going to do 10 squats. You can feel good about yourself when you do that. Just small goals and you achieve it. Or, you know, say if you've got massive debt, you're like, today I'm going to pay $10 off my debt. Just little goals from where you're at to align with success. You see, when we're in like a pessimistic point of view and feeling down and stuff, and in that negativity, that's our predominant vibration. And so we're going to attract thoughts, ideas, goals, things like that are going to make us feel more disappointed, more negative. Everything's more out of our reach, that kind of thing. You've got to overcome that and do the small goals. Small achievable goals and be where you're at now instead of pushing yourself so hard. You know, I can push myself hard, but it's because I do small goals. Give myself little wins all the time. So, yeah, one step at a time. Let it flow. Let yourself flow. Don't be so hard on yourself. You see, because big goals, it's violence. It's self-violence. It's not self-love. It's self-violence. Imagine saying to a baby, like, get a university degree right now. It's violence, right? Well, don't do that to little kids. Don't do it to yourself. So, one step at a time, little ones, little goals. And don't do it with the hard stuff either. Yeah, you can use it for quitting smoking, Linda. But do it with the small stuff first, the achievable stuff that's easily achievable. You start feeling like a winner. You start feeling successful. Then you can go for more. Just step by step, those small increments. So that's what's next for you, Charlotte. Might be what's next for a lot of people too. So let's get more cards out for the collective. Read the Foxfire. Seeing ourselves as spiritual beings, not as muggles. Thanks, Maria. Hey, Arabella. Okay, what else have we got today? Night Ride. Night Rider. 46. 46, Night Ride. still read these cards out because I get something from the descriptions in these booklets for these more obscure cards. Night Ride, Protector, Wonder in the Night, Big Brother, Friendship. An elephant transports 2 owls on his back, a mother with her young bird child. Oh, got a lot of birds today. Protectively, she has her folded wing over her young owl's head. The elephant rides through the night, blowing stars up into the sky through his trunk. Connected with magic and wonder, the elephant is a protector, a strong shoulder to lean on in all times. Even during dark times, you can feel safe and secure behind him. You know, it's interesting, isn't it? Because in the pick a card read this time, yesterday, I tapped into a couple of the energies there of a protector, of a masculine, and this is what I've been picking up for the twin flame stuff as well, is that the masculine comes in to lift the feminine up, so that she leads, but he lifts her up. So there's a nice balance between what we can give to each other. And it's this protector and the lifting up like the elephant is doing there, transporting. The feminine's on the top there. It's interesting. Thanks, Chris. It's your birthday. Happy birthday, Chris. Yay. Night Ride. Marie, do you have a... Yes, you do. Will he ever get back in touch with me? Will he? Let's find out. Oh. You got Lovers and Grace flowing. It's not an answer. Oh. It's still not an answer. Better feeling thoughts. Brilliant. You're flowing toward better things if you'd only change your thoughts, Chris. You're a little bit negative, to tell the truth. And so you can't attract great things toward you when you're a little bit negative like that. And so you are flowing, you're learning about yourself, right? You attract what it is that you're putting out. You're not going to get good stuff at the moment. You can tell by your comments and stuff that you say, Chris, you're not going to get good stuff at the moment. And so focusing on better feeling thoughts for you, Chris. Thoughts that make you feel better, because the thoughts and the comments and stuff that you put out, they're not going to make you feel better. And so when you can actually make yourself feel better, self-love, self-loving thoughts that make you feel better, then you're going to attract better things. I'm feeling like a no. I'm feeling like it's a no, but because of the energy that you've been at. Do you know what I mean? It's like you've always got to remember when you met a person, what alignment you were in, how good were you feeling, how were things flowing for you, and that's really important. Not the energy you're in right now, but the energy you were in when you first met somebody. If we all do that, we can get really honest with ourselves about where we were at and what kind of person it was that we were attracting. Oh, I got you mixed up then. Maria, no, I was, hang on. Chris, it shifted from Maria to Chris. Let's do that again. Oh no, it's the same then. It's the same guidance. Oh, you both melded into one person then. How weird. Right, Maria. Yeah, it's the same for you. You're lifting yourself up into better feeling thoughts. You are. Feels to me, Maria, like the business stuff is going to come first. You're going to feel better and better about yourself. And you're going to attract a different caliber of person. Think about the energy that you were in when you met. No specific question for Chris. So that must have had some, Maria's must have been for you too, then. How weird. How weird that I just got you both mixed up then in the questions, in the answers, I mean. Right, Chris, be supportive and reach out. Thinking about how supportive you are, and how to support correctly. I've been talking about it a lot in my readings, about when we're doing the codependent thing, and trying to help people even though they've not asked for it, and it's like, what's the word? When, say, if I was going around asking people would they like a reading, and I can see that you've got this wrong with you. Would you like a reading on that? Touting kind of thing. It's not the word I'm looking for, but we can do that in our personal life. I've also talked about when we're reaching out to others, it can be from a place of feeling empty in ourselves and wanting to be useful to others, and is that comes across as being giving energy so much and being supportive. It's wanting to be supported, even though you want to do stuff for other people. And so I've talked a lot about that recently, and I'm sure you've been soaking it all in as well. And now this is asking, okay, try it again. Try being supportive and reaching out to others again, because your energy shifted, and yeah, you might trip up. You might trip up a little bit more. There might be a little bit more codependency going on or whatever. But try it again because your energy's shifted. We've always got to see if we've healed now and try it again. Do you know what I mean? See if we've healed now and try it again. Ah, interesting. And get support and brilliant too. So that reciprocal supporting in a clean way, let's put it that way, and then being supported in a clean way too. It's going to change everything for you. It's going to get that real reciprocation going that feels really good, and not. I see a lot of people will be waiting for reciprocation. It's like, how come I'm not getting anything back? But then they're in all these codependent patterns, and it's like, well, you're not actually giving good energy out there. And so people get lost in that. I know, because I did. I used to be like that. So try it again, that reciprocation of the support and be supported. It's going to be different for you now. Interesting. So fast forward year kind of thing, Chris, for you, because when you get these lessons and then energy can actually start flowing properly, it changes everything. Oh, cool. Nina, that's what you want to ask too. Arabella. Oh, comments have disappeared. When you met, you were in a really bad place, Maria. But it made me feel so happy. Yeah. I'm good now. They're always a match to that energy when we first met them, right? Yeah, complicated, right? Oh, where am I now? Arabella. Chicken's here. She's being pestering. She needs some loving. Arabella, can I trust Ray as a friend, or is it out to get in my pants? First, I feel he's trying to get info on me to talk about. Oh, tell us about Ray, Arabella's higher self. Wow, this is interesting. It's about you and your awareness on this. What this kind of paranoia about it, where has that come from? What experiences have you had in the past, Arabella, that is making you really aware of this and expecting it in a way? Because I don't feel like it's coming from Ray. I feel like it's coming from you. And so Ray is kind of being of service to you to show you that. It's like if we think we're healed and then someone shows up and then suddenly we're insanely jealous or we're really scared of them, it shows us that we're not healed. So Ray is a bit of a teacher for you, being of service to you in that way, for you to detach from those things. So it's all about, he's bringing stuff up for you to be healed, to show you what's still in you. So those thoughts, pay big attention to them, not being able to trust them, just wanting sex, and wanting to get info on you to talk about. There's your keys right there. That's the stuff that needs healing. So look back in the past at who did that to you, first of all. And this is about empowerment, you know. Once, like, people are still going to do that stuff, but if we can recognize it. Now, recognizing it in someone is very different than being scared that they're going to be like that, right? Is it actually giving you evidence of that? Or is it just your fears? Your higher self is saying it's just your fears. It hasn't given you any evidence of that. You know, we've got to stop treating people like our exes, and that's easier said than done when we haven't healed our fears in the first place. So, Arabella, how would you deal with it if someone showed you that they were collecting information on you to talk about? How would you deal with someone who is just in it for the sex? How would you deal with someone that you can't trust? Maybe do some role playing or something like that and decide how you would deal with that. The confrontation kind of thing, would you cut them off or would you try and change them? Don't try and change them. All about empowerment. Like, right, Kit. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Timothy. Thanks, Nina. Will he contact me? With my pick a card reads, I'm trying to find a way to bring people in to give them that good advice, you know? The pick a card reads are great for that. But the real meat of it is in the deeper dives. Because I'm not doing the codependent thing anymore, not even in my videos. I'm aware of that. I don't want to do that. Don't want to put too much in those videos of that help. Because some people are just going for that, or watching videos, you know, just for that surface level stuff. Put a little bit of it in there and then it's like, okay, you want more, get the deeper dive. Seems to be working really well. My plan is working. Nina, let's see. Oh, this is interesting. This is so similar. Be supportive and own my idea. This is really similar to what I said before about being in codependent patterns before and then trying it out again. He's backing off, staying safe. He's backing off, protecting himself, staying safe. This is your energy, sorting out when to support and what is support and what isn't support and all of that stuff, and owning that. Meanwhile, he's hiding and getting guidance to do that too. So fully hermit, getting guidance to, not yet, not while you're both in those energies. Let's get a little bit more. Both got to learn to trust yourself. So it is a, yeah, it is a match in a way in your separation because you're both doubting and not trusting and all of that, not trusting yourselves. Yeah, well, I don't know what it is for him. Just, I mean, that energy, staying safe and being guided to do that, it's also in the energy too. So it's hard to read him because of that. When people put those walls up, it's to me too. It's to readers too. So you're both not trusting yourself and both doubting. So if I were you, Nina, I'd ask myself, was I really helping? Was I really doing the right thing? I don't know. Sometimes I'm getting the energy of that. Be supportive and on my idea of, you know, when we think we know the best for somebody else and we're like, give them our opinion, what we would do if we were them. And often if we're doing that, it's what's best for us. Like, if we're talking about a friend or something or a partner, like, yeah, I really think you should change in this way or do this because it's best for us, not best for them. Yeah, I've just examined that is how you thought you were being supportive, because I think that seems to be what they're trying to protect themselves from. Mm. The pick a card read yesterday was my experience exactly. Awesome, Joy. Wow. Okay. Interesting messages, because there's a lot of stuff about codependency, isn't it? And about reciprocation and getting those energies right. You just locked up your PayPal. How do you manage that? It can be temperamental, can't it? At least Maria hasn't changed hers to another currency again. It can be so frustrating, stuff like that. Hey. Let's get a goddess out for everybody. So we've got to look at ourselves as a spirit. It's had many lifetimes, and not so much as a muggle thing, looking at our muggle experience going, oh, why can't I have this one, this relationship and this person and this money and all of that? It's like, stop looking at life from that perspective. Start looking at it from, I'm this magical spirit and I'm here for a reason, and I'm being guided toward that reason. There's a bigger picture here. It's not about the stuff. It's not about the carrots. It's not about the carrots. Who's that? Thank you, April. Who's this? I still can't see which one it is. 11 of 40. Tried to log in too many times. Ah, yeah, that'll do it. Okay, I got distracted again by email. Technologically challenged people emailing me really bizarre things without the information that I'd need to even find out what it is that's going on for them. This is why I have to switch off now. Oh, and it's just so much nicer now. I don't get notifications on my phone. That is. It's just so much less stressful. I'm loving it. Arianod. Fertility. Oh, no. I just opened it at the right page. Arianod. Fertility. The time is right for you to bring forth something new, whether it's into the physical, spiritual, or subconscious world. Goddess of fertility and fate, Arianrod, is urging you on. We're birthing something new. Fertility. Wow. Right. No, let's put her there. Birthing something new, new conditions. April, let's have a look what your questions are. 2 questions for April. First off, I really appreciate the wisdom you bring. Thank you. Oh, what do I need to know about Sophie's father, Fred? Let's find out. Chris, you ordered a new iPhone 12 as a birthday gift. Awesome. I love mine. It's great. Sophie's father. Yeah, going through a shift. Love what is. This is for you. Love what is and allow. They're going through a shift, and when someone's changing, and when they're in the midst of it, you can't really judge them based on that, because they're in a lot of flux at the moment. That's what I'm getting. So I'm always going to give examples from sports or food, apparently. Sports, because say if someone's training for something, you can't judge them and say whether they're going to win something if they're in training, because they're training for a specific time in the future, training towards something. And Fred is in transition at the moment, the same, awakening to something, but in a transition. And this is saying just allow, give him space, kind of thing. And in the meantime, focus on yourself around this subject. So being firmer on forgiving yourself, April. Maybe for the choice of Fred. Remember the vibration that you're in when you first met Fred. The choices that we make is always based on the vibration that we were in at the time, right? And we change so much. So forgive yourself for that. You've got to shift at the same time. We can't keep on, don't keep on judging him as being the person when you first met. You've changed. He's changing too. Not changing in the same way. That's why I said some kind of an awakening, because we can awaken to all kinds of things. Some people think they're awakened when they become really paranoid. They become awakened to paranoia and they start doing the whole crazy conspiracy theory stuff, just thinking that everything is bad and against them. So we can awaken to many things. So be firmer on forgiving yourself about where you were at when you first met and the choices that you've made, and allow him to go through whatever this shift is. But as I said, he's in training at the moment, so you can't judge him based on that. So who knows what he's awakening to and how he's going to come out of it and who's going to be at the end of this. But just give him space and have a look and maybe be a bit curious. What does your higher self want to communicate? Oh, this is about your work, reaching out, passion, reaching for more, taking things to the next level, but in what you're passionate about too, so slightly differently. It's like, so relating this to me and my work, this would be how I'm reaching out to more people with my work, but not in the, I love doing private readings, let's get more of those in. More in the, how can I give this great advice out to more people in an easier way, in a way that I'd really love it, that kind of thing, which is like figuring out ways to put it in videos and stuff like that to get it out there. In the same way, you've got this reach out, have a bigger reach. How can you do that? And just doing the one in the way that you really love to do it. Because sometimes we can kid ourselves of what we really love. Like, I do love doing readings. I love doing these mini readings. I love doing these mini readings and videos way more than I love doing private readings now. And I'm feeling it. Like, I do. It's not that I hate doing private readings. I don't at all. It's still one of my favorite things compared to everything else in life. But it's not as high vibe as these mini readings and as the videos that I'm doing. So I'm focusing on that more. And so we're on this ladder, aren't we? When we get in alignment, we get more and more picky, because it's like, I don't want to do just good things or even great things. I want to do excellent things now. And so shifting up on that ladder, allowing yourself to reach out more in your business for more in the way that you really like to do it. This reminds me of somebody we talked about in one of your readings, and it was about when you were asking about an accountant. I think it was an accountant, and there was someone that had a specific, or someone that to work for you. I don't know, something like that. There was someone specific that had a specific skill that would be able to take you to the next level. It's the same person. This is that same energy. Talk to them. So it feels like when you're doing this, reaching out in your passion, you feel like there's some limitations there. There's just a key. There's just a bit of information that you don't know, but you know someone that knows. So get talking about it. Whoever pops into your mind, trust that. Chicken's being all gooey. What's up, chicken? Huh? Need some cuddles. Thank you, Deepa. I was reading your comment as I was saying your name, dig in. And so you get called Deepa now, not Deepta. Is it time to dig in or cut myself loose? Good question. Deepta, is it time? It's time to cut yourself loose. Because look at this. A great card for cutting yourself loose. Growth and expansion. It's time for much more. Much better. Life isn't about trying to put up with whatever is in front of us and change our vibration so that we're a match to it and we can put up with it. It's not about trying to be grateful for the crap that's on our plate. It's not, it's about reaching for more and better and higher and all of that. And so, time to cut yourself loose and go for much more, much better. Growth and expansion. Growth, better. Expansion, much, much better. Abundance, especially nice. Abundance is who you are, Deepta. So you've probably had a belief since you were a kid that you're going to be very rich, very abundant, living a very abundant life. And it is true, it's who you are. We have this in our Mama Kids for a reason. And reaching for much more expansion. So it's not time to dig in, it's time to cut yourself loose for sure. Thanks, Jill. Will Nick contact you? Deepta. Deepta. Deepta, Timothy. Jill. Mystery. It's a mystery. It's not set in stone yet. Why is that? Because you both need to understand something first. There's a misunderstanding. Will you both understand it? That's the mystery. What's to be understood here? Oh, mirror reflections. Okay. You trigger each other. Yeah, you trigger each other. So you're a mirror to each other. What annoys them is something what annoys them about you is something that they've got inside of themselves that they don't want to face. It's the shadow work, and vice versa. What annoys you about them is something that you've got inside of yourself. You're seeing it more clearly in each other, maybe pointing the finger at each other, and it repels when we do that. We get the lesson from them as long as we learn and we understand it. And so, grace with the flow. Ask yourself, what do I need to understand about this? Meditate on it. Ask maybe before you go to sleep, and you could have a dream about it. Or be brutally honest with yourself and say, what is it that really annoys me about them? About Nick? What's Nick showing me about myself? Because, yeah, when we get triggered, it's always, we don't get triggered about stuff that isn't within us. We'll see something and it's like, we see something that just doesn't bother us at all. But if we get bothered, it's because it's within us too. So if I were to call you a cardboard box, Jill, you're a cardboard box, it's very unlikely that you're going to have an emotional reaction to that and say, no, I'm not. Don't call me a cardboard box. I mean, some people would. Some people are that sensitive that they will try and, take everything on. But it's unlikely you would. Now, if I were to call you selfish, you might have an emotional reaction to that because most of us are on that spectrum somewhere of is it self-love or is it selfish, And so whatever, if we get triggered, it's because we've got something inside of ourselves. So it's something for you to understand there. So it's not set in stone whether they're going to contact you or not, because it just depends on you both of your learning. Isn't it someone that will learn that too? And maybe Nick will learn it when you learn it. D. Okay, we'll call you D. I've noticed it before, that your spannings of deep terror. I've never mentioned it before because it was just kind of amusing to me. Let's get some more cards out. Spirit cats. I use the spirit cats in that pick a card read. I like them. Let's see what spirit cat we've got today. I've got a chicken cat pestering me here. She's really needy today. Chicken cat. I want to get tarot out. Let's try that again. That wasn't much better. Today I'm going to be recording the weekly read for all signs. Here we go. Generosity. Nice. Such beautiful pictures, these. Meet Sapphire, the generous spirit in all of us, in us all. When it's dark outside, he'll always come through for us with his dancing rainbow lights and gentle eyes. Allow generosity to flow in all directions. Offer your hand, your ear, your understanding, and your heart to a person in need. Graciously receive that help from another when you're challenged, stuck, or down on your luck. Be generous with yourself. Give yourself time, love, and sweet nurturing care. We take turns being the helper and the one in need of help. Generosity connects us to something larger than ourselves. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? After what I was saying about all of that codependent stuff, and when we do this wrong, when it's not actually generous, when the energy is flowing in the opposite direction, but we think we're giving. And then we're like, why can't I get it back? I'm giving all of this help out to people. Why don't I get it back? It's like, well, actually, you're giving neediness out. We can feel it when we tune into it. It took me a long time to figure it out, though. It did, in myself. But we can feel it, which way the energy is flowing. Clean generosity is very different, and it always starts from self-love. It's about being generous with ourselves first. If we can't do that, what we're actually doing when we try and help other people is neediness, wanting something from them. Tim's a welcoming community. Yeah. The meter and the greeter. So you might be challenged today in this. You might wake up to something. You might realize, oh, maybe I haven't been giving as much as I thought. Maybe it's been loaded. You know when someone's really being needy, even though they pretend that they're giving, when you turn them down and they say, after all I did for you, that resentment behind it. So if you think you're being generous, but there's a resentment there, that shows that their energy flow is actually the opposite of what you think you're doing. It's tricky. It's tricky, but it's a call to self-love first. Okay, I'm going to do one of these Starchild tarots. Still getting to know this deck. I didn't in fact play with it after yesterday's Circuit Cafe. I didn't get it out again. I need to spend more time with this deck. I do. Oh, could you all click like on this video if you haven't already, please? It would be very much appreciated. Let's move this camera a little bit. Here we go. starting out with the Lovers. What a strange image. The Lovers, okay. And here we get pulled back to relationships. There's something in this, everything that I've talked about. So seeing ourselves from a spiritual perspective, not a muggle perspective. Fertility, starting something new, night rise, someone coming in to help us, to lift us up in maybe some kind of material way, it could be. This generosity, when we're really being generous and when we're not actually being generous, but we think we are. Then we're being brought back to the Lovers again. So there's some kind of a mirror in our lives, in other areas of our lives, which is also playing out in our love relationships. And we're being shown what it is so that we don't mess up our lovers' relationships anymore. You triggered one another. Yeah, meditate on it, Jill. Ask and then meditate, or ask and then go to sleep, or ask for signs, just ask it now, and then your higher self will show you signs of what that is. You might not want to face up to it though when you get those signs in. Someone else shows it and you'll be like, oh, I don't want to look at that. It's the shadow work. I talked about it in the energy update. Oh my God, look who we have here. It's the shadow work for sure. It's the devil. So the Lovers, the devil. Traditional tarot. These look very similar, these cards. These cards don't look very similar, but in the traditional tarot they do. It's the dark side. Just like I said, the dark side is coming out, but it's coming out in other parts of our lives. It could be coming out in your love life too, but it's the dark side, our darkness, the things that we're fooling ourselves with, those issues that we have that we haven't been aware of, are coming out in other parts of our lives now. And it's like the universe and the higher self saying, this is why you can't have that relationship that you really want yet, because you haven't sorted this out. Ooh, this shadow work today. Wow. More tarot, more tarot. Oh no, what is it? The negative emotions. Love offer coming in. I can feel it coming. Are we ready for it? Have we sorted that stuff out or not? That's where I was going, am I ready for it? I've been asking for it, I've been asking for it, I've been asking for it. And then when I think of it actually happening, because it feels like I'm on the verge of it now, I'm like, oh no, am I ready for it? Am I really ready for it? Maybe I am. It could be a love offer coming in. It's time to try again, right? That's what I said before, right? Maybe we're over it now. Maybe we've cleared that issue. We can only try again. And if something else comes up again, it comes up again. We have to deal with it again, or deal with another level of it. Could be getting the chance to mess it up again. We'll see where we're at now. Oh no, that means it could be like him coming back and then another separation. It could be that. Shadow work, yes. What's that? I missed something. I seem to be missing some messages because you're talking about something that I haven't seen. Okay. So we've got the Lovers, the devil, and then the Knight of Emotions. It's coming back around again to show us something else, to take us to a deeper level, to learn. I don't know. But sometimes we need that, right? Let's check in. I mean, we need it. We can't do all of the work alone. We need to do the healing work alone for sure. But then we can't get the clues unless we're back in relationship again. Somebody's out there doing something, getting some feedback. Yeah, healing. Four of Swords, the card of healing, taking time out to heal. We've done that, right? It's time to get back out in the fray. That's why it's that fertility card. Let's see what's possible now. Let's see how we've changed our vibration and what happens now when we try it again. Oh, that's exciting, isn't it? I do feel like it's about to happen for me again. I do. And we've got a full moon in 2 days. It's 7:47, my number. We've got a full moon in 2 days, which is kind of an important one. Let's be more positive regards relationship-wise. And yourself too. Positive about yourself, you know. The Chariot. And then it's go. It's go time. Are we ready? Are we ready? Ready, set, go. The Chariot, the magic carpet, a direction and willpower. Got to be willing to give in. All of this inner work has paid off. Let's see if we did it. That's exciting, isn't it? I think so. All the pinks and greens out on the table. These cards, colour themed. And the lovers. Weird image of the lovers there. Or is it just me? But that seems really weird. What's she got? Anyway, the lovers. So the devil, the shadow work. Have we cleared it? Well, we're going to see, because a love offer comes in. We've done the healing work. It's time to put it out there and try again. We're not an island. We can't just hide away and do the healing work and then manifest things. Then direction and willpower. Which way are we going? Which way are we going? We've been receiving those opportunities. Getting the opportunity to handle the next trigger the right way. Yeah, and you know, it's that's it, isn't it? The triggers aren't going to stop. We're going to get less triggered, but we're going to be able to. We know how to heal it. We get like I was saying. Who was it that I was saying to? Like, what's going to happen? Well, how are you going to handle it? How are you going to handle it if this happens again? If someone shows you they can't be trusted? If someone cheats on you? How are you going to handle it this time? Are you going to take it personally and crumple and try and get them to love you? No, you're not. You're not going to do that, are you? We learn. It's not coping mechanisms. We learn how to properly deal with things in an empowered way, and we learn how to let go of it and not take it personally. We learn how to heal ourselves better and move on from it quicker. It's all practice, isn't it? So you're right, Timothy, you're right. We handle it differently. Let's get some tea leaf out before we finish. Time's flying this morning. Try not to react the same all the way. We'll always have a dog each. Loyalty to each other. I think you're right, Sharon. Just felt nervous then. Hard work ahead. There's more work to do. There's more work to do. But the table, a solid base from that. And we're building up this solid base within ourselves to be able to do it. Like I said, we know how to handle these things because we've done it. And each time we get to practice it, we get better at it. It's how I can do this stuff. It's not just my gift. It's because when I receive those energies, those ideas and those feelings, I can put it into the words because I've been through it myself, because I've been through so much crap and I've, you know, healed it or on the way to healing it or know how that I dealt with it at that time. That's why I can kind of teach from that point. And we're all doing that within ourselves, right? We've got chair empty, someone leaving your life. There's someone to let go of first for this solid base. Very much endings at the moment. Very much endings. Who's not serving you? Leave it behind now. You can't move onwards and upwards with the same energy people from when you were down there. Elephant. Again, the elephant. Someone big, big energy. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. We're wiser. There's something about standing on the shoulders of giants, though. There's the wise one on top of the elephant. We're wiser. We're wiser now. Let's try it again. And we're being lifted up. The universe is saying, right, leave all of that old stuff behind. Try it again. See where you're at right now. You're going to be helped in this. On the shoulders of giants is what I was hearing. A feeling or something. Not unsuccessful plans. This is keep on doing what you did. You're not going to keep on getting what you got. You're going to get worse than you got because we need to progress. And the universe will not reward us for standing still. So you might have noticed this in your life before. We all say that, right? Keep on doing what you did, you're going to keep on getting what you got. Well, it's not true. It's not exactly true because the universe wants us to progress. So if you're still trying to make something work from the past that you should be letting go of, it's not going to work, and it's your indicator to let it go now. So let it go. Let's get one more, and then I'll do Nina. Thanks, Nina. Oh, I'll have to take all of these. They all fell out and I can't pick between them. So we've got the tower, solid foundations. That's what I was getting from the table. The effort that is required is significant, you know. It's going to be hard. It's not easy choices. You're going to chair empty, someone to leave behind. There's people to leave behind. It's difficult. Take care. Enemies are working against you. They'll try and claw you back. They're going to try and claw you back. And so be careful not to get clawed back. We've got happiness and we've got good fortune here. Claim it. Claim it, happiness and good fortune, and keep on moving toward it. Claim this for yourself. So I'm choosing that now. Nina, what does your higher self have to say to you? Let's find out. Thanks, Jill. Nina. You're innocent, Nina, and you're just learning. You've been learning. You're innocent. It's not that you've been getting it wrong, because it's not about this stuff. You're innocent and you're limitless. There's so much more coming to you, and you'll see. It's a big story, a big path that you're here for. See yourself from that higher self perspective, not the muggle perspective. You're limitless. There's so much more ahead for you. But you need to know your innocence in that, so you're not doing it wrong. Have compassion for yourself. You're not doing it wrong. You're just learning. You've just been learning. Like this story said, let's try it again. And this, it's like we've been getting a lot of lessons, more than other people, because so that we can really understand this stuff and understand ourselves. Jill, let's find out what your higher self has to say to you. You're appreciated. Initiate it, right? So you've got to appreciate yourself first. Start that inner talk. Start rewarding yourself, appreciating yourself for everything that you do. Remember those little goals, right? Those little, setting yourself little goals. Well, instead of just little goals, why not start appreciating yourself, giving yourself a cheer for everything that you do, like you would a toddler. When a toddler does anything, uses the potty, everyone cheers for them. They do the littlest things and everyone cheers for them. Do that for yourself. And it might seem ridiculous, but do it for yourself. Like you get out of bed, yay! Go to the toilet, yay! I went to the toilet. Start appreciating yourself. If you're waiting for other people to appreciate you, it's showing you that you're not appreciating yourself. So start doing it, and it's fun. It's fun when you do that. And yeah, one step at a time. Slowly taking yourself from where you are in that self-respect, that self-appreciation, and lifting it up. So start with basics. Interesting. There we go. I'm going to get out of here because it's 2 minutes to training time. Thank you everyone for coming along. Good to see you all. And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye. Thanks for your donations as well and your presence. Very much appreciated. You can all keep carrying on talking on in here if you want.